Thank you all for tuning in to our virtual graduation. My name is Vanessa, though just about anyone I know calls me Corza. And given these not so normal circumstances, I appreciate all of the work that's gone into ensuring that we have a celebration of our own. I would also like to give a big thank you to my family who have always been my #1 fan club. My dog, who is arguably the cutest and loudest dog in the world. My friends and my peers who are always up for a great laugh, making every class that much more enjoyable. And of course, Capitol High's out-of-this-world faculty who have always been so willing to help us as students grow in a positive and safe environment from day one of our arrival. Thank you for your constant support. It's helped make high school an unforgettable 3 years. I would like to take it back to my kindergarten days at the ripe age of 5, when looking up to the big and bad 12-year-old 6th graders, thinking that day was never going to come. That being 12 was past the sky, and I had been told that was the limit. That I would never be as grown up and cool as they were. But soon enough, that day came along, and we were off to 7th grade, the even bigger and badder junior high, to tackle lockers, changing classes each period, and drama, because of course we knew everything about intimate relationships at the age of 13. I like to call that period of our lives the simpler times, only because it did not consist of AP tests and college applications. But that time was really just the start of our teenage angst, and there's nothing simple about that. It was around the time that bonding went from chicken fights on the monkey bars at recess to talking after class with each other about how differently we had all answered the questions on the test, all of us sure we had failed. We began to have busier schedules, trying to juggle school, family, and a social life, being frightened of what the future held for us, yet so ready to be grown up, not aware of the responsibilities that were attached to the freedoms we so desired. After some time, I have found school to be described as one of those really huge, colorful, and difficult 1,000-piece puzzles that you constantly get stumped on and frustrated with, but you keep going and work at it because you've already gone this far, so there's no way you're turning back now. And with each piece you put together, it helps lead you to the next. And as you're putting the last pieces together, just when you think you're done, someone flips over the table, the pieces go everywhere, and you're back to square one. That someone is college. But really, we're not back to square one, because now we have an idea of what the puzzle is supposed to look like. We entered Capitol unsure of how to build connections, but were shown each day how to expand them beyond what we had known before. Whether it was talking to Miss German, because even though you knew the half-price slushies at Sonic caused a really long line, you were willing to sacrifice and had to get a tardy slip, or walking down the hallway on a Friday afternoon and knowing that you could not walk by Mr. Moore's class without snagging a high five. The simple, everyday interactions with our Capitol faculty have prepared us for the ones in the future. The class of 2020 is one like no other, and though the class of 2019 may have named us the loudest, we respectfully hand that title down to the class of 2021. The resilience and energy we've shown throughout the years is truly unmatched, and I believe the title of most resilient suits us best. A fun fact for you all is that the Eagle is known for its fearlessness and tenacious qualities. These are qualities that we have developed throughout the past 3 years here at Capitol. We've gone through a roller coaster of emotions this year alone. Beginning the year in high spirits, ready to catch any challenges that senior year was to throw at us. But the one true challenge introduced was one far bigger than we could have imagined or even prepared for. Even now, we've kept a positive outlook and have hoped for the best. Through this, we've ditched the shores and have had the courage to discover new oceans, now having the certainty that there is no challenge too big for us to conquer. We have become eagles in that way, where no matter what problem is presented to us, we rise to the occasion, don't back down, and face it head on. Soon begins our next adventure, and wherever you go, we've now been given the tools to create a successful journey. It's just a matter of applying what you have learned here to the situations presented to you in years to come. I challenge us all to start this next trek with an open mind and an open heart. There's one thing in this world that we can all afford because it's free, but who doesn't like free stuff, so even better. This one thing is to be kind. Be kind to everyone and everything around you, including yourself. We've seen it at Capitol every day, from holding the door open for each other to our teachers hanging out in the hallway as we entered class. We learned it here, and it's our job to keep kindness an active player in this game of life. I confidently believe that we have the power to do anything we set our minds to, as now we are no longer big, bad 6th graders, or even bigger and badder 7s. We're the biggest and baddest graduating Eagles with crazy memories to share and even more yet to make. But never lose sight of where you came from, because once an Eagle, always an Eagle. Thank you.